Welcome everybody to the podcast. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely day. We are on episode 14 of TPP The Peasent Podcast, the console Dayz podcast for the community. We're currently got our guests kicking off crazily upstairs. We've got our build out way out at West. So this is a build by CDS, a trader style build for anyone to plonk into their server. We're way out into the west near the tents, near summer camp. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. We might explore that a little bit more later on. Of course, we've got our co-hosts here, Smileysgotagun and ADKCue. We've got GTSqueen in the lounge room. We've got GTSking here as well. We've also got the Warden and LadyPOnce.
You reckon?
We've got a little mix between couples and Dayz today. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Of course, we have our co-host. How are you? Smileysgotagun, ADKCue. How's things?
Very good, thank you, sir.
Very good.
Very good.
And Smiley, how's the server going? Very well.
It's I've got a little idea actually. I'm going to add in there, but I'm not going to say anything because you know me. I have these ideas. Great. Too lazy to actually execute.
Will they happen? Inspiration.
Will they happen?
Inspiration.
No, but yeah, everything's all good.
That's good to hear. Nice little escape place. And Mr. Q, how is Dayz life on Role Players Oasis? Or is it experimental? You've been hunted lately.
No. Yeah, it's been thrashing out experimental.
Yes, I thought you'd be delving in there collecting the suits of armour.
Yeah, it's been quite fun. I've been trying to get it, but every time I seem to almost get there, I get murdered. It's life, I guess.
That's Dayz. Beautiful. All right. Yep. And in matching Boonies, we've got the Warden and LadyPOnce. How he's going?
All right.
All right. Do we have the lady on mic?
You're right then.
You didn't come through then for some reason.
Yeah, you broke it on her again, Warden. We told you, you give her the quality, and you have the old one. And we have.
Yeah.
That's better.
There we go. There she is.
Hello.
Hi.
She's a little nervous, but that's what we want. It's just like talking to old friends.
Just safe.
Yeah, we like him nervous. We like him scared.
You are old and a friend.
That's it.
Shots fired.
That's it. That boonie hat's really wearing off on you.
Is it shots if it's true though?
That's it. Shots.
Yeah.
Always. And we have GTSking and GTSqueen from Survival Addicts. How he's going?
Good.
It's
Good.
nice and cold this morning in Australia.
It is.
So everyone's under blankets, feeling the warmth.
It's climate change, greedy.
It's climate change. Mate, we've got no idea what the climate's been doing. It's been around for millions of years. It's just having a little episode at the moment. Alrighty. Well, everybody, we are mixing between Dayz. Yeah, fire away. Ooh,
Where is the Queen? I would have thought, since we're doing a couple of podcasts, that you would have brought Queen in.
Well,
Where is the Queen?
Well, being married.
We demand the Queen.
So being married for 20 years, you understand of when to ask and when to push, and I got to ask, and that's where I stayed.
So greedy bottled it then.
That's it.
Yeah.
We might see if we can get her on at the end of the show. She's the behind the scenes girl. She's always here. She's in trouble. Alrighty.
She likes to be behind.
That's it. She's the boss.
Yeah, well, we all know that.
That's
The
it.
way you walk.
He's the big spoon.
That's it. You thought I was walking weird because I was an old man. It's not. That's love. That's what it is. That's
That's
love.
why you want to get the farm, mate, to grow more carrots.
That's it. Get a bit more space. Get a bit more space to get away.
We really know who likes to be on all fours, don't we, Greedy?
Yep. This peasant. Yeehaw. All right.
You don't claim a peasant for nothing.
That's it. Let's dive into the show. First of all, we'll get our one-on-ones rolling. This one's got a little bit of a slight difference to our one-on-ones. So it's directed at both people in the in our little couples here. We have GTSqueen and GTSking. They run Survival Addicts, some of the hardest servers around on Xbox. Venturing across in with other brands and partnering with a new hardcore server coming out. Sounds pretty hectic. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Would like to ask did you guys meet before, during, or after your experience on Dayz?
Go ahead, Dale. Tell the story.
Well and truly before. I actually met King originally when I was 14. He was my next door neighbour. So lost contact with him for 10 years and then met up with him 10 years ago.
Wow.
Again. So, yeah.
That's pretty hectic.
Okay.
So you've known each other for only a little while then.
Only a little while.
So of course, when I met you, both you guys, you were both playing Dayz. You do venture quite often into different games, but what is the one thing that your partner does that drives you nuts while playing Dayz? What's the thing that irks?
Talks.
Talks.
No. Gets lost and constantly asks for help. Constantly.
Yes.
Like,
Guilty.
You remember that
Trying
time
to
they
play my
shafted
game.
me instead of you though, King?
Shut up,
yeah,
Ron.
well, it's good it's gone on to someone else.
That's it.
Trying to play my game and I'm constantly helping.
Don't you mean begged?
Oh yeah, bagged. Yeah, bagged.
Begged. And what about you, GTSqueen? Anything that Mr. King does?
Love your words.
We're not responsible for any divorces after this, by the way.
Yeah, you signed. You guys signed, remember?
That's it.
No, I mean, whether it's Dayz or it's another game, I actually quite enjoy playing games with him. You know, he's sort of, he's more of a help than a hindrance.
Yep.
When it comes to playing games, you know, so, yeah.
Leading the way.
Quite lucky.
Leading the way for entertainment.
Yeah. Yes.
He's a hero. That's what it's all about, he's a hero. Is gaming a big part of your relationship? Does it help what keeps you
Yes.
connected?
Yeah, part of.
Disconnected.
Yeah.
Disconnected and connected?
I think that's what helps, is the disconnection.
It's the disconnection.
Because I could easily just go,
Shove the headset on, I can't hear you, don't talk to me.
Yeah, but then she just shouts across the room at you. So.
That's it.
No, I have to walk out of one room into the next room.
That's why I shoved this one in another room, see?
That's
You know,
it.
shut the door.
Get the
turn
distance.
headset on, you know.
Lock it. Put a chair up against it.
Inside lock, yeah.
That's it. That's it. TV and everything up against the door so no one can get in.
Yep.
That's it. That's how you know it's true love. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Well, welcome to the podcast, guys. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you,
Yo.
sir.
Thanks for inviting us.
It's always a pleasure. And we have the Boonie wearers, Mr. Warden and LadyPOnce. Welcome, guys. How's going?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. We'll get cracked straight into it. So did you guys meet before, during, or after Dayz?
Well, I don't know this man. I was dragged in against me will and forced to wear this red.
You're not the first guest that's you're not the first guest that said that.
Well, it's.
I just had this image of her tied up in the corner of the room.
That's it. Put the booty on.
Put this headset on and you will speak when you're spoken to, right?
Yeah, it's all Smiley's fault why I'm here.
That's all right.
Sorry.
She does a good
Sorry
job.
about that.
She does a good job.
She's done a phenomenal job.
So, which was it? Before, during, or after your Dayz experience did you guys meet?
Story.
Why? You tell him the story.
Yeah, come on, Warden. You're the one. You're the vocal one.
You tell the story.
Never heard him shut up so
Come
much.
on, Nate, tell the story.
Right, so I got woken up by, I said, Smiley, to go and watch someone stream and do a mic drop. And in this said stream, I got asked to go and play on a certain server, which Ponce was admin of. So I joined the server, and she was really helpful because she was gave me stuff from the trade and stuff like that. And then she asked for help with her stream, and it just finished a 14-hour shift at work. And she messaged, and I stayed up an extra 2 hours to show her how to do stuff and set things up for her. And I was back at work 7 hours later, and I stayed up just to help her out. And then we kind of just went from there, carried on talking.
And I never left him alone.
Yeah, still hounds me to this day. How do I do this? How do I do that? Hey, where am I?
Well, that's it. Why buy the milk when you get the cow and get the milk for free, I suppose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's love written in Dayz all over. So after knowing each other for a while now, what's the one thing that drives you nuts when you're playing Dayz?
Personally, I can honestly say nothing about him drives me nuts. And probably everything about me drives him batshit crazy.
Would you like us to give you a list, Ponce, of possible things that would drive you nuts about
Yes. Yes.
Come on then, I'll chip in, give the list.
We ain't got time, mate. We ain't got time.
That's it. It's only a 2-hour show.
That's an off-stream thing, yeah.
That's it. We'll need a 4-hour video for that one. And I suppose it's more of the fact of being together so, on a short amount of time, you don't really get to find those things that drive you nuts. Everything you love, which is it's terrible when you come from a 20-year perspective because they drive you nuts. And his game.
He's chatting shit.
There you go.
I said Queenie is chatting shit.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'm locked in a room. No, I'm locked in a room. I'm not in my usual spot. I'm tucked away in a room, nice and quietly. That way she can't get to me. It's being safe. And is gaming a big part of your relationship? I suppose gaming and streaming.
Yeah, she's a big supporter of me streaming and gaming and anything I want to do. I work extremely hard, and my 4 days off as my 4 days off to chill, relax. We don't get to see each other that much, and she fully supports if I want to play games with you guys or anyone else, go play games. I probably don't play with her as much as I should, but I also have my own goals and focuses with streaming and content, as well as trying to keep the happy medium.
Yep, again, definitely very hard to balance that thing.
Breathing happening.
I've turned my fan on. It's fucking boiling in my room.
Come to Australia, it's freezing.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
got class
it'll be
outside me,
fine.
Yeah, that's absolutely wicked to hear. But welcome to the podcast, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for the invite.
My pleasure.
Kicking and screaming.
That's it.
Finally.
We can get her on. I told her I would. All right, so we're going to kick into about the game itself and the new experimental that's coming out. Well, experimental that's out, but the new update 1.21. Definitely got some wicked items in the actual update coming out. Hopefully we get the whole lot. The medieval outfits, weapons, plus the crossbow, the upgrades to the stones and the trees that we can now implement in server. What interests you guys the most? I'll start with the survival addicts. What in the actual update is tickling your fancy?
Yeah, what turns you on?
I'm thinking
Crossbows.
Obviously the crossbows. That's sort of going to be part of the new plan. But I'm liking the woolen clothes. Like, I haven't seen them yet, but yeah, I think it's going to be very suitable for SA.
Yeah, I managed to snag
I thought it was just gloves.
No, it's a complete woolen set.
Yeah.
A lot of gloves are in it. I think it's like 7 pairs of gloves. I found the fingerless ones last night. They look pretty cool, especially rocking the crossbow.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really delved much into the experimental as of yet.
Do you think that's going to be a lead in to snow, maybe?
I was thinking that was my very first thought. If it is, oh my god, like SA is going to change completely.
I'm just saying I called snow last year, so if it does come out, I'm claiming my prediction was right.
He claimed it this year,
oh,
just for the record.
If we get snow, I'll stop asking for the mask.
We're never going to get the mask. The head fucking developers said we will never get the mask because he's taken over the development of it.
We'll
so
just give
get
you
that
the
pipe dream out of your head.
happy.
Snow and cold is definitely going to be the next big thing to the mask, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give us Snow Chinaris or the ability to snow Livonia and Chinaris. I think we'll be happy with that for a little while. Maybe a week or two.
Just give the ability for coders to have a blank, flat fucking world and make their own fucking maps.
Yeah.
How cool would that be to have, you load it up, you put your own mountains in, your own village towns, stuff like that, reposition everything. And then each server is unique. You can't say, oh, you stole my idea. Well, no. Like, server's made out purely for me.
But I don't know how appealing it would be without some sort of a generator, so you didn't have to go there and pick up each individual mountain and map out each road, and I don't think that would be too appealing. It's a lot of time of grinding away and working away, leveling, terrain and.
I mean, there's people out there that would. I know for a fact Lemons would, T-Bag would, all the top coders would, and they'd probably make some better servers than maps than what PC have.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
100%.
The ideas console coders have compared to PC, far greater, in my opinion.
100%.
And I've played both.
I'd have to agree with that. I think there's more creativity in the console community than there is in the PC community. But I think that's what the fallout with having a blank slate. There's just not enough, I don't know, work that they could put out with it and then guarantee it's going to generate it. Be nice. Be definitely nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lemons brings out a map for console and they actually make it.
Yeah, it'll be good.
He's in deep, so.
Yeah, But I think it's more of an asset thing for Dayz itself. They only run the 2 maps, so a third would probably be only what the assets they would have, which is be the Utes Island, which have pretty much got all the stuff for. That'll probably be the next map that'll come out, and that will change the Dayz console community, having that small island map PvP fest.
Just add more islands with reason to go off land.
Will be PlayStation. Microsoft will stuff everything up and stop us from getting everything like they always do.
Yeah, put the block on.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, I've been working this week at the Microsoft Centre in New Zealand. I tell you, it's so hard not to fucking walk upstairs and start yelling and ranting at people.
Just start carrying on.
So when
they're out of contact.
So when we can't all load on our Xboxes, blame you.
That's it.
When you fry all the servers, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it's alright. It's only New Zealand, so probably, yeah, you guys will be fine.
Yeah, we'll be right over here, unless it's linked across. But that is definitely one of the things that also happened was the censoring of server names. I know, Smiley, you got done with Arsenal because Animal Arsenal has arse in it. I know last Dayz got done because his is STD.
Which is absolutely ridiculous.
Which is absolutely...
I don't understand that.
Yeah,
No.
I couldn't understand... and yet, or raid because it had aid in it.
Yeah, but not all the raid ones got taken out.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Roblox has a game called Arsenal. It's one of the most popular ones. How come they get Arsenal? How come kids games Roblox get Arsenal and I can't have any Arsenal? I'd like some Arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Kids?
Spread the arse.
Hit me up with some Arsenal.
That's it. But that's a...
Everybody should share their ass around. Jeez.
Yeah. Who doesn't like some Arsenal?
It was a very strange move to do, because you are right, in many other games and many other stuff, there's quite a bit of, that sort of, there's raids and Arsenal, as you said, as a name, and now all of a sudden maybe it's the too many complaints of people copycatting, or maybe they're buying the old 10 slots like they used to and write the server's name and then they write, shithouse or is it garbage, or I've seen that occasionally where you'll get a copycat who would put the same server name and then just write it is shit or do not play or admin abuse, and of course there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So maybe it's leading down those lines, but some of them were just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
It could be to do with the same reason for, why they kept out the weed from the game and stuff like that. Maybe it's an age restriction thing, and a lot of people complain about swear words being in the names of servers, and they're just trying to, comply with that.
Yeah, but isn't this 18 plus this game?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, shit Microsoft cunt server wasn't banned. Really?
Yeah.
Go play GTA if you want weed and shit. That's got swearing and weed, and it's got other drugs, it's got prostitutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But hey, but that's different. It's you're talking about like a big company like Rockstar.
Yeah. Might be a licensing thing. Might be in their actual
we also have prostitutes
terms
in
and
this
condition.
game.
Yeah, it's
All
it.
right, sit over there.
We have Phil the prostitute. Dirty fucker.
Just don't ask how much I paid Smiley to, be my partner. That's very alright.
Alright, I know you wanted to tell people that you paid me, but, I'm here for free, right?
So that's
yes, he totally
love
paid
throwing
me.
your money.
I am
Love
paid.
throwing money. Alright, so what are people's thoughts on the crossbow if you've had a whirl of it? I managed to find one pretty easy on experimental last night. Little dream come true. It's lovely. Anyone had a good crack at it? Anyone killed anyone with it? Apart from...
I've killed a few people with it.
That's it.
Basically anything like chest and up is a one shot. I haven't tried it with armor, but like mid chest range and to your head it's a one shot. Everywhere else it just does like a quarter damage or breaks a leg.
Yeah, Wobo was saying I put out a vid yesterday about it and about the damage range. So if you go past a certain range, then it doesn't quite one shot, which is good. It's fucking strong.
Yeah, I saw he released his video last night.
I haven't tested it fully, but there's 3 different types of bolts. Now, I don't know if anyone else knows, but would the different types have different ranges? That would be good, because then that would affect which you want to use. You know, where you're going to spend that extra couple seconds to put feathers on a bolt, or are you just going to use the standard?
It's a sharpened stick.
That you make from short sticks, because it's the same thing and there's no different. Like I'd like to see the variation. Then that there is one.
The actual bolts has got to have some sort of more.
We tried them the other day, me and Trip, and we couldn't decipher ourselves whether there was a difference. But we did notice that if you go on to crew, sorry.
The only difference is the range that they shoot at. So, obviously the proper bolt is a lot better. I think that kills up to 50 meters, and then it drops down so many meters for each one. And that's the only difference, which is weird.
Thing.
Yeah, so but that's range, damage range.
I'd say, you know, if you've just got a stick with no feathers on it, that it shouldn't go as far. Yeah, I get the damage, but why is it still going as far as a bolt that has a proper bolt?
No, it doesn't go as far. So that's what it affects. It affects the distance and the arc of the arrow.
Right. That's what I was meaning.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it does have the different drop-off points and the different distances.
Yeah, and one thing me and Trip realised the other day was we shot it into a wall when we first got it, just to test it out. And I pulled the bolt out and dropped it on the floor, and it went straight back into the wall. We tried it numerous times to get the bolt back. We tried stacking it, and then the entire stack that was in my inventory ended up stuck in the wall. And I had to go through one by one, holding the crossbow, loading the bolt into the crossbow, and then taking it out of the crossbow to get all the bolts back. And it was such a pain in the ass. Whether it's a bug and they're going to fix that, but trying to retrieve your bolts at the moment is a bit of a pain. And
yeah, that's annoying.
I know a lot of people hate the reticle on the screen, but if you don't have that reticle on your screen, you're going to struggle for at least 5 minutes to try and find the actual prompt to grab it. It is so small, the actual size of the to get the prompt. You're going to be there ages.
That's pretty cool. That's it's weird how
and I wish
the
you
game
could get them back out of zombies.
Yeah,
they were saying being able to remove them from zombies and players will come. They're still working on it apparently.
Okay, yeah, because I shot a zombie last night and I was dirty. I couldn't get my bolt back.
You can get it from players by cutting them out.
So you got to basically put it onto the ground.
With animals.
Yeah, you got to force it onto the ground.
Players, you got to cut them up. Yeah.
Wicked. Well.
Wait, does the bolt only stay in there like when they're dead? Like, can you run around with a bolt stuck in you?
Yeah. I shot Aurora the other day and she was running around with a crossbow bolt through her shoulder.
That's cool.
So you should be able to really pin cushion.
I like that.
You know, spend the 2 hours pin cushioning yourself and rolling around with like 40 arrows hanging out your back.
I think if you have to relog or anything like that.
That's it.
Yeah, I think if you have to log, it takes it off you.
It'll remove them all.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know if you get stuck for
constantly
space, you just shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, do you constantly bleed, or can you just leave it so that you're running around with it in and not be taking any damage?
Well, we're gonna have to try this on the.
Like, are you still taking damage?
I don't know. If you could
The
have,
science.
if you could have 30 of them in your back,
Science.
be the RP as an echidna.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Right, come on, come on, Right. Get it coded in right now. We need to test it out. We need to test this.
Oh,
Mine's
yeah.
volunteered
Yeah,
to
but
review.
yeah.
we can't do that.
Yeah,
we
I'll be a
can't.
pincushion.
I'd love to be a.
It'll be the first time.
We'll do that on the podcast live. Can we get someone to become an echidna? Aussie style. Through the crossbow. That's hilarious. All right, well, we've... even though the crossbow, the suits of armours and things like that are obviously quality items to get into the game itself, running amok on the coast, but do they fit into the actual DayZ game? What's your thoughts on it being incorporated into this apocalyptic world that DayZ is all about?
Crossbow, yes. Armor, no.
No.
The armor's
What about
medieval.
Yep.
You know,
I kind of
like-
Greedy came up with the better idea for that. Of there be museums and stuff out there in the world. Maybe
Yeah,
it'd been better
okay,
for them
yep.
to be in the towns, in like like in the middle of Cherno, there's the big town hall building. Change that out for a proper building. You can go inside and it's like a museum, and you can actually get the armor from that. That would make more sense to me than finding it out
Yeah.
in the world
Yeah.
in a castle.
Yeah, and a run-down castle as well. Not
Yeah.
an upkept one.
Yeah.
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 Like, I could understand finding a crossbow or a gun or something there that's like someone's trekking through accidentally forgot, or it's damaged, so they're just like, oh fuck it, I'm leaving it. But not pristine medieval armor. that should be in a museum or something. And there's a couple of places you could do it. You could have one in Svet. You could have one in Cherno. You could have one in Like, there's places that you could replace one building for a different type of building. It just means that they'd have to remake a building or something, or come out with a new building.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you can even fix up a castle, and because how many castles out there are actually restored and just have it in display cases?
I'd like to see it in
Great.
some sort of cabinet display in the castle, like it's a.
That you have to break.
Yeah.
To,
You have to break to get into it, or even have a lockpick to pick
Yeah.
the lock
Yeah.
that you actually open it up, and there may be only one or two pieces in there. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, maybe like in PUBG, at that church where you go down, like and it'd be like a place like a hidden door or something. You go
Yeah.
down and they've got like the stuff,
In
how
GT, yeah.
museums store stuff in a secret, like more rare stuff. They store it like down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
underground,
like in the basements.
basement style.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, and you had to get into
I
like
think has anyone
a locked
actually
door.
found a maze?
And a maze, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
they
royal
good?
tombs.
Or are they shit?
They're like a
They
sludgy.
like they used to be.
They're just like a sludgy, basically.
Oh,
They're like
okay.
they
Not as
used to
many
be
slots.
when they first come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't around when they first came out. Okay.
Yeah, no, oh, that's right. You're only a baby, Daisy.
That's
A
it.
3-year-old baby
mean-
to Daisy.
I'd like them to actually, as back to what you said, I'd actually like them to add a proper castle. Like, there's a castle on Livonia, and all it is a pile of rocks.
Yep.
Add a fucking, it's a named place, why is it not a fucking
Yeah.
castle?
Well, there's two of them
Yeah, I
actually.
never understood that about that one.
There's two of them in Livonia. One's up
Yeah.
north, and it's basically just that caged door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's actually named
Yeah.
on the map. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
I know there's
Yeah.
the new Yellow King one near Carlin, but that's what, like, why name something castle and it literally be a pile of rocks with a chain gate or a metal gate? Like, build it up. I would love them to change Copa Prison to a fucking castle. That's like the
Well,
perfect spot for an actual castle.
Even the Yellow King Castle was kind of disappointing when they put that in. I would have expected
Yeah,
more than
it's
just one
just-
tower.
yeah.
It was quite an important POI. Yeah, if you go following the storyline.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, we've got this asset from Cherno, let's just add it here. Oh, that'll do.
And if they incorporate that with the suits of armours, added it in like a museum, like it's a spot that you actually go and visit, you know, it's actually maintained and taken care of. I think that'll be good assets in both maps. But,
I'd also like to see Livonia's got a lot of destroyed and wrecked towns. I'd like to see maybe a few years earlier where they're not as derelict.
Oh, that would actually be really cool.
You know, like 10 years prior
What did
to
it actually
whatever
look
happened.
like before?
Yeah.
Non-pulverized. I do find they don't have enough towns. They got a lot of rubble towns, but they don't have enough actual towns or cities. I mean, the incorporation of the apartments has spruced up some of the bigger places and turned them into a bit more of a metropolitanus, but yeah, I do think they need a bit more towns.
I was very disappointed when they said that they were upgrading the militaries and stuff on Livonia, and all they did was add the bunker. I'm like, you've done nothing to the militaries. There's no like Tizzy or Northwest that you go for that higher tier loot. It's just like Swarog, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Nadbor.
Yeah, and Nadbor is basically just what you get from below her a lot of the times. It's not great loot. So I'm spending all this time travelling south, gearing up to travel south to get stuff I can literally get from Nidek or Copa from the military shed there.
Yep, or busting into
Galinska
and MBC.
They could have... Yeah, like they could have... Redooning could be better. Worth it more for gas zone. Lemborg could be better, like bigger. The shooting range south of Lemborg. There's so much they could have done, which they. For me, it's lazy that they didn't.
Yeah.
Same with the airfields. There's so much more they could do at the airfields on Cherno, and it's just like, especially northeast.
Yeah, well,
like, northeast used to be so much different back in the day.
Yeah, well, northeast and Balota are both plain as Jane. They definitely need definitely a juice up. But I believe
bring back old Balota.
Yeah, a bit more hanger action.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%. And that's maybe what they're holding out for as later updates. I might have that just sitting in the bag. When they got nothing, they can just pop it out. I mean, it's not really much. Dayz 2 may come out. That would be the whole... Yeah, the Armory Forge is definitely getting a lot more look at now, especially with that.
Well, how did Dayz start? Exactly the same way as what, it's just a new engine. And all they're doing is testing Dayz now, using it as a test area, test subject for Dayz 2. What's working, what doesn't work, what can we bring in, what's the census throughout the community, and that's why they're just throwing all this stuff at us to go, and then all of a sudden they're going to go, oh, look, we've got the new engine, which is, funny enough, being modded now on Armour. It's just starting out the same way. It's,
it looks so nice
exactly the same way.
It's another evolution.
Yeah.
Would it be named Dayz 2 though? Or would it just be Day and then a number 2 to make it still look like Dayz? The branding play.
Oh, that's a possibility.
I don't know how they'd work it.
You know what I mean?
Like Day 2.
Day 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry, that's just my branding creative mind going on that one.
That's it. That's it. So,
you're giving them ideas. Stop giving them ideas.
Get the copyrights now and sell it to them. Get the copyrights now and sell it to them. That's how it works.
King, there's one point.
Dayz.
There's one point, Greedy, and everyone's like, "Are you sure you don't work for Bohemia?" Because I predicted so many different fucking things that was coming, but it actually happened, like the gas zones. They're like, "Are you sure you don't have an inside guy or something?"
Yeah, he's in plenty of DMs, sending out those beautiful photos that he does in his red boonie.
Just the red boonie as well.
That's it. Claire specials. All right, so we're going to kick off with question time with Q. Mr. Q going to take the ranks.
I'm scared.
Welcome to the floor, Q.
Work your magic, Q. Oh, thank you
You
for the
should be
butt in the
scared this
face.
week.
That's it.
Be gentle.
Shove her out the way.
I know, that's this one.
Giving me the arsenal. No,
That's
I
it.
appreciate it. He does it on purpose. He knows I like it.
That's it. Arsenal.
No, so this week I thought I'd touch on
There we go.
faction drama. Recently, I've been seeing quite a bit of it on a lot of the Facebook groups. So when I've had it myself, you start a faction and it starts growing quite large, and then you end up with at least a couple of people that boots get too big for themselves, and they decide they'll split off from your faction and create another. Have you been in a faction that's split and caused drama? And if so, what's been your resolution for it?
Oh, nice question.
I haven't been in a faction, but I've been on a server where it's happened, and we've come into the middle of it, haven't we, Queen? Sorted it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sorted it out. We virtually
They all
told,
come to us.
Yeah, and we virtually said, all right, the leader of that faction, go over to the leader of the new faction that's been started and battle it out. And whoever reigns supreme, you know, like real world mobsters virtually. You know, like we said to them, go sort it out, and whoever comes out supreme, well, you decide what's going to happen with either faction. You know, like, and then they went from there, and
Yeah, it was
well,
all
it ended
over
up
a
going
name.
for weeks and weeks, weeks and weeks and weeks that lasted, like, because they were too afraid to go confront each other. But yeah, like that's how we sort of, because they asked us for help, and me being the lone wolf, sort of went, well, I don't want nothing to friggin' do with it. That's your problem. But
So get together and sort it out.
Put that suggestion out. Yeah, just the two leaders, go sort it out, and whoever comes out supreme, well, they decide what's going to happen with the other faction. But in the end, the server ended up shutting down. So.
Yeah, because it started out as a name thing. They wanted the name that the others already had because they said it was theirs in the first place. And then it was a territory thing, and it was just like, you do realise Chinaris is huge. You know, and they're like, oh yeah, but we want that spot. And it's like, well, you weren't here first. They were here. They've been established for 6 or so months. Go somewhere else.
Ultimate faction war. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
It's chunky.
Mr. Warden, what about you? Surely you've come across a few
How long have you
drama.
You got 5
Has
minutes.
he come across any drama? I mean...
No, Q, no. No, the biggest thing this is back way before Greedy as well. Like, I had a faction, and this outfit we're wearing was the leadership outfit. Smiley was wearing the captain's jacket, and they would wear green boonies, and then new recruits would have the blue jacket with the blue boonies on. And we had a bit of a mutiny, and they decided they were going to try and go against me and Goku, who was the other leader. And there was about 10 of them? Me and Goku we stood over 10 dead bodies by the end of it. We didn't even take a bullet. And then they went onto a different server and were staring up mad shit about me and Goku, and they became friends again, like Goku and the other guys. So he figured out where they were and sent me a DM like, their base is here, do whatever you want. There's no sign of a base by the time I'd finished. I don't know if you guys know the soccer field at Novaya Petrovka.
Yep.
Yeah, that was their entire base. Watchtowers, they had 20 trucks, 40 cars, something like that. They had 100 tents. There was nothing left. No trace of a base. And I just sat there and waited for them to log in, and as they logged in, running around like, oh shit, what's happened? Killed one. So they log in on another account, killed the other. I killed 5, 6 alts on all of them. And then I got a message like, what the fuck did you do that for? Like, well, don't chat shit about me. This is what one man can do. Just imagine what I can do with an army behind me.
Ah, the joys of faction wars.
Pretty much how Copa was built. After that, I went to Livonia, and Copa was built, and in 18 months it took for someone to actually raid me. And that's with 10-man factions come in. Go on.
I've got to laugh. The kids are watching Bluey at the moment, and the episode that come on, right, is called The Decider. I just had to put that in.
Bluey's epic. Do not diss Bluey.
I've never watched it. I've never watched Bluey.
My nephew loves it. My nephew loves Bluey.
You're a parent. You're a parent. You gotta watch Bluey.
Hell no. I'm a parent. I'm not watching Bluey. No way.
It's different when you're a parent and your kids are growing up with just about left.
That's it.
It's still acceptable.
I'm gonna say Greedy should still watch Bluey.
Yeah, Greedy would like Bluey. Anyway.
Okay, I'm a secret admirer of Bluey. I've got a whole room dedicated to him.
He's sat there cuddling a Bluey towel.
That's it. I'm in my Bluey dressing gown. That's it, and my onesie.
I got bingo.
He's got his fairy outfit happening.
That's it. Hey, it's called a onesie. It's only a swear word if you call it a furry outfit.
Okay, let's call it a onesie.
All right, thank you, Mr. Q. We do appreciate you. All right.
What about you, Q? You asked the question, but you never answer yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
Any faction stories?
Yeah, I'd say probably the biggest war within the faction that I had. So I've been in a couple of different factions, but the main one that I had was After Death Club, and we had a chick in there which the missus likes to call our Dayz whore, because she constantly goes, different guys in the server to round up shit for us. Well, there's this one guy that she ended up fucking meeting, and pretty much ended joining up with him and then dragging off half of the faction over to start a faction with him. And that turned into a good, 4 or 5 week war on the Oasis between the two of us.
That's hectic.
It's about as juicy as mine got.
Wow.
That's hectic. The old split apart. And what she used to do, just go and gather guys and grab gear and come back. Put a bullet in them and join them in.
We call them the Dayz whore because she constantly goes around people and have that stupid little, oh, hello, hee voice. And for some reason, the guys on the server fell for her constantly. So we'd just constantly bring her gear. It was a good way to stock up on gear without actually fucking doing anything. We just send her out.
Well, yeah, I think that's a message.
Oh shit, sorry, Warden.
Fucking hey! Guns come out at the outro. Guns come out and everyone put them in the bedroom. I said to you earlier, get them all in the bedroom. Put them on the bed. You can collect them afterwards. Hands on heads. Hands on fucking heads.
No.
That was a clear message to Trip on that one.
That's it. Clear message. Threats. Can we have no propaganda of Boonie wars on the show, please? We are neutral Boonie. Neutral Boonie. All right. Community service seem to be a haven for love rather than on official service. Would you agree or disagree with that? Is it easier to find love on a community server than it is on an official server?
I'd say so because of the Discord. You can actually get to talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, communications.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You can get to know some.
In Discord.
You can get to know someone better by talking to them more often, like in DMs and stuff like that, and how they act around other people, like factions, like whatever the server's based around. You get a vibe of people's intentions.
Yeah, both in game and out game. on the Discord run. Good old Discord.
But it's also the biggest nightmare as well, Discord. It can be a good thing, and it could also be hell. There's Chinese whispers, there's people sticking their nose in.
Yep. People get involved in the drama, people fueling the drama.
Yeah.
People being very vocal in a public space, rather than maybe keeping things to DMs, trying to outlay people in a discriminative form, I would suppose. That's it, reputation ruining, things like that. I've seen both the good sides and the bad sides of Discord, so and most social media.
Yeah,
I've seen dirty laundry aired on Discord for all to see that it should have stayed in DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And it should stay between the people involved, not drag. So like, some Discords have got like 1,000 people in, and they're just people sat there eating popcorn, and then they'll stick their nose in, and then they'll go back to eat the popcorn, and it's just like.
Oh yeah, I like that gift popcorn one when that happens.
Yeah.
I use that.
You see the drama and straight away, popcorn one comes out.
Yeah,
if you can't deal with it in DMs, it shouldn't be dealt with at all. Just fucking go each other part ways and have done with it. You know what I mean?
And I suppose that's the good and the bad side of that online relationships, or finding love online. You're battling between technology and being able to keep it private.
With Discord, I could block any of you guys on Discord, or you could block me, but I can still at you, and you can still see it. That needs to change on Discord for me. You should not be able to still at someone or message them in a Discord to someone just because they blocked you from DMing them. It's so backwards, that.
Oh, I didn't know that. So if we blocked each other, I could still at you.
Yeah, you could still at me and fucking make shit in front of for everyone to see.
Yeah, and see each other's comments and whatever.
Yeah. All it does is it's like a little drop down box, which if you want to see it, it's hide, show, like 2 buttons, hide or show. But if someone's at you, you're always going to click show because you want to know what's been said.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean as well. So even though it does block the message and it doesn't show you, it still indicates that you've been added.
And then everyone in the Discord can see it, regardless. So they all know that, you've blocked them and they've called you out on it, and they know there's drama there. So then they're in your DMs like, oh, what's going on, blah, blah, blah.
So there you go, that's the good side and the bad side of the old Discord and communication through the internet. It's
I've had it with factions that have been in my DMs back when I was a server, and like claiming admin abuse, but all this shit, just being downright scumbags with what they were saying, blocked me so I couldn't even respond. But they're still in the Discord, so I've just posted a screenshot of what they said and replied to it, and then they unblocked me, DM me again, and then blocked me. I'm like, hey, just don't block me, just fucking have the argument.
That's it, have the conversation and get it done with.
If you don't want to have the argument, just fucking leave the server. Like, why are you still here for the drama?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And that's one of the reasons why my DMs are open, but they're not.
They're not.
You know what I mean?
That's it. They're
open into certain aspects, but not to drama. And Greedy's known me from being over 2 years now. Greedy knows that some of the drama I've been involved in, and it's big fucking drama. It's server-ending drama.
Yep. Definitely what I try to avoid. Fucking hate it. Drives me up the wall.
But Jamo, on the other hand.
Yeah, it's it. He's a menace, especially those skinwalkers. But that's a different story for another day.
We don't talk about John.
That's it. So we'll move on to when have your in-game actions flowed into the real world? So there's a few times that I've had got the shits with playing with Queenie because of what's happened in game, and then, you know, for the next half an hour to 45 minutes, I've still got the shits, and well, we're no longer playing the game. Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yep, definitely. Many
Yes.
times the game just turned off. Nothing said to no one, and it's like, yeah, I'm in the shit.
Have you not gamed with Queen before?
It's,
No, I try to avoid it.
Rude.
Wow.
Where?
I'll
Claire.
play with you, Queen. I'll play with you.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah, I'll
love
play
More
with
than one way.
I love you. Hey, you stay out of this. This has nothing to do with you.
See, now it's going to end up being we'll in the same
Yeah,
room.
well, what the girls do in game stays in game.
that's it. That's the fun part about the game.
Exactly.
And the feet
Why do you think you don't
pics in
get
DMs
invited?
definitely is not in game.
Hey,
Smiley
listen,
loves my toes.
I do. Okay, I have feet pics, and they're very special to me.
Okay,
Especially
well,
if anyone's ever set me.
Is,
With the pink
Cherry.
I have
socks,
replaced
yeah.
a few controllers.
I was going to say,
Yeah, with the pink socks.
isn't that an
Pink
album?
Flash me a bit of pink.
A bit of album.
Yeah, but it's, you know what? I put hers at the front of the album. You know, she did. She
Hers
has
is the
like
cover.
front
I was
page.
just
The
gonna
album
say,
cover.
my the album
Front
cover.
page.
Rude.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, well, there's a few other chosen ones that have that are in there.
They got front page access.
Everyone's got an album, right? Everyone's got a DM album,
That's it.
right?
Nope.
All right.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you do, Greedy. We all know you do.
I think you have the best one.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, I would love to see the shit that you get sent.
Oh,
I love to see
yeah.
the shit that you get sent.
That's it. Well, you send
Have you
most
had
of
any
it.
tips
All
sent
up
to
you.
you? Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah,
Look at this new one I got.
that's true.
like collector cards.
Look at the angle on this one.
That's it, like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
collector cards. Never the actual
What a
photo,
trade.
just a
What a trade.
screenshot. Gotta have the legitimate
Yeah.
old school ones, like NFTs.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with swapping. A little swap.
Little swap. Alright, well, we're gonna...
Little tug and swap.
Little cartoon swap. Trade them. Gotta trade them all. Alright, well, this is where we hand the reins over to Smiley's Got a Gun. Smiley, it's your question time.
Hey,
It's been fun. I'm out.
All right.
See you later, guys.
That's it.
Bye.
Everyone loves Smiley's questions.
I've
It's
actually,
it borderlines. That's what it's about. It's about borderlining.
well,
Well,
I've actually
she
got,
was
like,
told to
a
behave,
page
and then the
full.
other couple's not here, so she's pretty much fair game now.
yeah. I don't have to be gentle with these ones.
Nope.
But I do have to say, I do have a page full, and I know I don't have
These
time for all of
questions
them,
will be
so I'm
moist.
just going to randomly choose one. So I'll choose some of the quick ones first. Okay, so actually leading on from what Greedy said about you know, in-game leading into real life, and this is actually a question for a lot of viewers actually. I've actually had this sent in to me by quite a few people
Ooh.
who would like to
That's-
know the answer to this question.
Fair mail.
Yeah. So the question is, okay, so you guys all know each other in, well, you know, real life. So what does your partner smell like in real life? Describe it.
He
Go on,
smells
King.
like roses.
Oh,
What?
he smells like roses?
What?
I didn't get that one.
He does. He
That's
does
not what he
smell
says on his
good,
notes. What are you talking about?
though. Oh, this is gonna
We
be
discussed
interesting.
this. That's not what we were going to say.
You know, look, you've made him go all quiet and awkward.
That's
He's actually
it.
feeling
You
emotions.
know that-
He's actually...
It's like she loves me.
You know that morning ocean mist? You know that morning ocean mist where you first walk out? Well, probably not Greedy because it lives way out west. But, you know,
I've seen
that
the
morning
ocean before.
Mist when you first walk... Yeah, when you walk out the door and you just get that nice, lovely, fresh smell of that ocean mist and that, you know, that refreshing smell that livens you up for the day.
Yeah.
That's what Queen
Yeah.
smells like. That lovely, nice smell, fresh, refreshing.
Oh, God, that's actually really beautiful.
It's
I
so
can't take it away with it.
That's it. Have a little moment.
Yeah. Oh, King, that's beautiful, man.
That's it.
He is.
Oh,
Roses and
I want you
ocean
to.
breeze down south. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Garlic.
I thought you would have said I smelled like cow manure.
Sure. Coffee and cigarettes.
Yeah, no cigarettes. No. It's passion fruit,
Coffee
mango,
and-
lime today.
Oh.
Or blackberry.
yeah, the vape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Poor choices.
All right, Ponce, what does he smell like?
Oh, him.
Like shit.
Come on, have a whiff. Have a whiff right now.
Have a whiff. I've just spent literally 3 days in the hotel with him and his stanky ass. He smells like a skunk.
See, that's honest.
I'm just kidding.
That's
I'm just
honest,
kidding. He
see?
smells like strawberries and cream.
Nah, that's quite.
Really
Quite did
does.
say that.
He just smells stunning. It's intoxicating.
We know the
There you go.
first
Everyone
answer was...
breaks it.
That's
one,
it.
but-
Correct.
but
That's
sure,
true
thanks
love.
for the- Alright, come on, Nate. What does she smell like?
I don't know a specific smell, but it calms me down. Like, just knowing she's around and the scent of her just instantly calms me. You guys know how much of a loose cannon I am, and when she's here, I don't feel like being that loose cannon.
Oh,
That's good. See, that's
damn.
love.
Smells like comfort.
that is love.
Yep.
Does smell like... Smells like home.
Smells like home. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. Alright, so the next question, moving on, because that was actually really beautiful.
Well,
so let's get
I'd just like to intervene.
something not so quite beautiful.
Trip says he smells like poor choices and disappointment. Sorry, it was getting a little
I
gooey,
know.
so I had to add Trips in. Love your work, Trip.
We all went quiet. Weird.
He says he sells poor choices and disappointment. Not he smells.
No, he corrected it at the bottom.
I'll call him out. I'll call him out on his fucking typo.
I smell like peaches, of course. Of course, peaches.
Of course he smells like peaches.
See, got
Smells
a
like
few
peaches.
baby making words. We've got a few smells in there. Don't like that baby making one.
Alright,
Ugh.
next...
No, baby making is not in my vocabulary.
No. Horrible things.
How do you make babies? I forgot.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's funny, because that actually leads on to my next question. Funny you should ask
That's
that,
it, question
Ken.
2.
So,
How do you make babies?
question 2. Okay, you're both stuck on an island. We like our island questions,
Yep.
right?
We do.
One palm tree, no shade.
Okay. One palm tree, no shade. That's right. The owner of the island said he'll let you get off the island if you do one thing. You have to make a porno. One of you gets to be the cameraman, the other one gets to be the actor in the porno. Now here's the thing. Cameraman gets to decide what animal you have to perform with. Which animal and why?
Who's filming and who's... That's a little awkward. Who's filming?
In Dayz, of course. This is on... Who's filming?
Yeah, that's it. On Debug Island, there's no plants or anything.
Yeah.
What animal is being spawned in for us to watch?
You're the cameraman.
Alright, Queen, you're the cameraman. You get to choose the animal and why.
Alright, I'd have to pick a bear. I would.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Come
I think it's totally fucked up.
I know, I like it rough, but come on.
Yeah, I'd have to pick a bear because at least after it's all over and done with, if you survive, you can have nice warm snuggles.
On the bear rug.
That's it.
That's actually
Yeah.
On the bear rug, if you kill it.
If you survive, you get fucked by a bear.
Wow.
Awesome. Alright, you two. Which one's the cameraman?
I mean, I'd be the cameraman.
Alright then.
And I'd
Choose
pick
your
me 'cause I
lovely
am an
lady,
animal.
the animal. No,
Me?
you have to choose
Humans?
the Dayz animal.
No. Daisy animals.
No.
Humans are animals. Humans are animals.
No. We're not in real life.
Technicality.
You can't film and
Humans-
perform.
humans are
Can't film and perform.
No, you can't.
I think you'll find that you can.
That's it. Well,
Get tripods.
Come on, just play the game,
not
mate.
my experience.
I just played the game.
I get distracted.
I just played the game, and you just got loopholed.
It's such a party pooper.
You just got loopholed. You're just mad because you just got loopholed. Don't even start.
I'll choose one for her. Ponce, I would choose
Yeah.
you a chicken.
Oh.
So that you could
You're a bit of a
continually
cock.
get poked over and over again.
Yes.
And get some feathers out of it at the end.
Oh.
And maybe an egg for
And some
Like a
breakfast.
tits.
feather boa.
An
And some
egg,
tits.
and you get
I don't
some,
need tits.
some breasts. And you get some breasts out of it
Okay.
that you can munch on. See? I know how to treat my women. Last question, if I can, boss. Quick, please.
There you go.
Just one.
Fire away. All right.
Okay, it's just my love story one, but this time, tell me about an in-game moment that is like special, specifically just to you two. Like you're in a game, you must think back to a moment or a time where you've just had that one nice, sweet, special moment. Tell me about it.
Yep.
King.
Recently, we got something put up in Cherno, and when we both seen it together, it sort of got to us. Big
Yeah, that was
teddy bear.
It was a very emotional moment.
Yes.
Yeah?
It was.
Yes.
Especially where it is because it's one of my favourite spots on the map, and it was just. Yeah, it's just one of those moments when we were both standing there and we both seen it. It was just sort of, wow, cool. You know, we come up with this and we created it together, and with the help of someone else, a very special coder. It was just one of those moments. It was pretty cool. It was something that I'll never forget. That's for sure.
Oh, guys, that's the
And
same
if people
for you,
visit
Queen.
Cherno, they
Yeah.
can go find it themselves and have that moment themselves.
And this is on Survival Addicts.
Survival
yeah,
Addicts.
This is on Jono. Yep.
All
Finally,
right.
you never
Oh,
make
there you
it
go.
to Cherno.
Piss off, Nate.
You got a mish.
Cherno.
you got a mish.
Won't make it out of Cherno, but I'll be there.
There is a Cherno spawn. Is there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck. That's nice,
No,
guys.
no Cherno
Thank you
spawn.
for sharing. Alright, you two. What's your little romantic moment or your special moment you've had in game together?
Well,
I don't know. There's
You can't pause,
there's been
Daisy.
quite a lot.
You know you can't pause, Daisy.
How'd you follow on from that, King? Jesus Christ!
I tell you what, who knew this Aussie bloke was such a romantic?
I know.
I mean, it's actually blown my mind how
I mean-
I look at you so different now, so different.
See, no longer
One
rough.
thing that stands out to me is one thing that
Yeah,
would stand
yeah.
out to me is like that gets lost a lot, and she can send me a screenshot wherever she is, and I can probably get there within 10 minutes. And she once needed help because she was getting beat by zombies. I told her to log out because she was flashing blood and no bandages. Sent me a screenshot of it where she was, and I got to where she was. She loaded back in. She stood on my head. I could literally find where she is. No matter, she could be in the middle of the woods, and I would find her.
I've
Yes,
sent him a
that's the
picture of a
wooden
blade of grass once. He was literally there within 10 minutes.
yeah.
Damn.
Knight in shining armour.
Really, really good.
When you call,
Yeah.
He is.
when you screenshot, I'll be there.
Like-
Yeah.
Like, I've had a few people say like the song "Holding Out for a Hero," like it's in people's heads when I'm running to help them. That's kind of what I feel like when I'm running to help people.
I could
There's nothing
picture
wrong
you
with
in the
being
blue
a
outfit, the
hero
red
in
cape.
someone's story.
Yeah.
Nah, it's red and black, dude. We don't talk about blue. You saw what happened to the blue Booney. Don't insult me like that.
And they are my questions, boss. How'd I do?
Very well, very well. I like the little love
Very
stories.
Thanks, guys.
Love stories good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to keep it
from
tame.
me.
I wanted to be able to still be friends with you at the end of the day.
That's it.
So,
It's only the strangers that she doesn't.
So for the podcast after party, we'll be asking X-rated questions.
That's it. That's the
we do that on the daily anyway.
That's it. That's the
how we
standard
do it.
streams.
What I'm talking about.
Standard streams. All right, so we're going to move on to
PPOF.
our little skill comp that we like to do. Since we've got a little change of plans because we're missing two of our couples, we're going to have to pit the two couples versus each other in an epic battle. So if you'd like to just join me outside in the arena.
I'm already losing this.
Oh, we going down?
Sorry,
Outstairs, outside.
gotta go to the trash again.
Outstairs.
Outstairs.
I go the
Outstairs.
upstairs.
Outstairs. All right, we'll have to go out the front because
Oh, we're going out now.
yeah, you got to go out the front here because the build doesn't allow it. All right.
I don't know why are we following me.
No, you're in the right spot.
No one knew where
Thank you.
no
So-
one knew where Greedy was.
I'm right here.
I didn't know which one was
Oh.
front.
All right, so our challenge today, and I'll need everyone to drop everything but their shoes and their hats, apart from our co-hosts.
Really?
Yep. We just got to make sure you got
Why
nothing.
not them?
Can we just drop out? Can we just get nude
You-
anyway?
they've got permission to get nude anytime they want.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on where your stuff is. Mr. Warden over, what's he doing over there? Look at
They
sus.
can't handle our nudness.
That's it.
They couldn't handle our
So,
junk.
so Dayz is all about survival.
No, they couldn't.
And of course, one of the major factors that you need in Dayz is a fire.
Embarrass them.
So I need the couples to work together to produce a fire plus a makeshift cooking stand and have a nice little cooking pot on top. Use anything from around the place, including what's in our trader. So go. Fire away.
Look at
at this. No communication at all. They're just working.
That's how I mean. You don't need communication when you're in sync.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
I've got the cooking stand. Well, making it now.
Ooh, get some wife swap happening. People are asking for wife swap. Anyone want to swap me with Queenie? I got a queen to get rid of. What do you got to swap? Let us know. Care of the greedy peasant at Gmail.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'll have a queen.
Have a wife swap
for some toys. Yeah, I'll take your wife and I'll throw you some rubber toys.
Done.
You know what?
Done. I'll drop her off after the podcast. You got a friend.
Yes, you will.
That's it.
Yes, you will.
I don't think she's coming back.
Stand.
No, she's not.
Looks nice.
We've got a fire going. Need that improvised.
Touch.
Oh, went out. Need an improvised stand
good.
and a cooker pot.
I'll get another stick.
No, I don't need a stick.
Okay.
Where's the other couple gone?
I think
They're gone bush.
I think they got inside.
Oh, well, they got naked and might have got sight.
Well, it happens. It does happen.
Yeah.
It does happen. I got it here. Is there a little setup? Waiting for lit fires and cooker pots. Oh, we've got a cooker pot on there. Still waiting for that fire.
Oh, I'm getting that slow circle shit. Go get a cooking pot, though.
Time.
Okay, are they upstairs? Downstairs?
They'll be downstairs at the trader.
Yeah, go.
You might as well not bother.
Oh, I don't know.
Good.
Oh, no. Keep going, quick.
Oh, Dal, see, he's standing around.
Oh.
Motherfucker.
Standing around watching me work.
That's it. That's it. There we go. That's the official. The red boonie hats are the winners. You can organise, cook, and even have a sleep. Look at that. Even have a sleep by the fire.
Congrats, guys. Congrats.
Jeez,
Never in
is
doubt.
there anything the red boonie can't do? I don't know.
That's it.
Survive a bullet off greedy on experimental, apparently.
That's it. Well, that's what happens when you get in the way of it. You die.
You did slip. In his defense, you did slip.
That's it. What?
In my defense, he shouldn't have shot anyway.
They got no cooker pot.
Hey, I'll shoot if I want to.
Pot? It's gone.
Let's go. Hey, we've already got the video proof. All right. And your misso's struggling.
Get on there, you stupid.
That's it. She's struggling to get it on there anyway.
It's over.
It's over. That's it. So the winners are officially the Booty Bunch.
The Booty Bunch. The Booty Bunch.
That's the way they became the Booty Bunch.
Do.
All right, back inside. Sorry about the old school TV show.
Move faster.
That's it, back in the lounge room. It's always too late when the Hubbard houses are burning. That's it.
Oh, well, thank you, man.
Absolute legends. Alrighty, well that's our halftime show done. Well done, guys. We're going to move on to, of course, playing and streaming the game. I know when it comes to me and McQueen, playing with her has adjusted my gaming style, especially when we're playing games like Minecraft. She's an avid fan of it. And sometimes when we play together, it's more of the fact of I play her style more than my style, which is more gung-ho. What I want to know is, has your gaming style changed since playing with your partner? And how has it changed?
Yep. It changed dramatically. It's become harder.
Yep.
Dramatically.
I used to find gaming quite easy and calming and soothing, and then I play with Queen, and that changes. No.
No, you are right. You're dead set right.
Not
That's
really.
exactly how it is with my Queen. Sometimes it can be enjoyably
Queen, there
painful.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Enjoyably painful.
It depends on the game. Depends on the game. But we generally come up with an idea together and we'll roll with it. And, yeah, like it's not. Yeah, sometimes stressful. Sometimes it does change. What we're doing, where we're going, how we're playing it.
So that's cool to know. Yeah, go Queen.
I just follow directions.
Not too well.
Yeah, no, not too well, but I still try.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be hard when there's one mission in tail and you've got your idea of how you want to do it, and I've got my idea of how you want to do it, and I guess that's part of gaming with a significant other, I suppose. You have to share your toys and be a bit more lenient because it may affect outside the game as well. What about you, LadyPOnce? Has your game changed since been hanging around this room? Apart from the dressage?
Yeah. I've never played so many battle royale fucking games in my life. I'm terrified of PUBG.
That's obviously Warden is an avid PUBG fan. Is it the jump onto, I'll give you a turret and you can ride the turret while I buzz through the map style gaming, or is it?
It's more like me distracted as anything, like looking at shiny things, and Warden sitting there like, babe, what are you doing? Turn around, shoot him, he's over there. Yeah, I get told off for being distracted and looking at other things. I'm looking at nature and stuff in the game, and he's like, the target's over here, you need to get them.
Embracing the actual environment of the game, taking in all it's around, and he's on the hunt.
Alright at Fortnite though. Alright at Fortnite.
Only in Fortnite.
So you've
Yeah.
you gotta be more savage around Nate. Is that what you mean? You have to play more savagely
Yeah.
than what
No
you
crouch
normally
walking allowed.
would. Ooh, honest criminal's actually got a question in there too. I've just seen.
What did he say?
Has Daisy ever started a domestic squabble? Like at dinner, it gets brought up again.
I think we answered that earlier.
Yeah. And yes, it
Yeah,
has.
does it sort of leak into your real life?
It
Yeah.
has. There's a reason why the Queen Peasant and I don't play Dayz together.
It's because she's absolutely savage and she's still a skinwalker at heart.
Yeah, she's. I mean, she used to roll. She used to be a base builder when we were rolling on official and stuff like that. But the thing that annoys Queen about Dayz is when you do die and you've got to try and track back, she would always come into counter with somebody else and kill her. That's what basically sent her over the edge and had her enough of Dayz. Because, like everyone, you try and teach, people how to play the game and to be able to survive on their own. So she died and be like, yeah, you'd be right, just come back. And like 2 hours later, she'd be trekking through, and then she'd die. And she'd be like, fuck this game. I had enough of it. And that would be the last time you would see Queen in the server for a while. Where it should have been more of a, oh, yep, all right, babe, I'll come and pick you up right now and go and get her. Like GTSking does. He's more of a gentleman gamer than this peasant.
I still remember the time on is it the Institution, the one where you had to get into the bunkers, and King and Trip was trapped on the inside, and Queen's like, oh, I'll come and let you out, and he's like, nah babe, I'll just run an alt up instead.
Yeah.
That's how much faith he had in us before he got
Wasn't she at top of Nikki as well?
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, I was.
Something
you
like
all
that,
got
yeah.
and left me.
Yeah.
Put more faith in him running an alt halfway across the map than his missus like 2 towns away.
Very funny. Yes, the joys of mixing relationships and gaming together can get some of the best times in your life, can also get some of the hecticest times in your life. So with streaming and gaming, it could take, your time away from not only your partner, but also, family and, the real life. What do you think is too much time, and what are some of the signs that you guys have seen that you've sort of went, well, I've noticed this. This is where it's time I pull up stumps and start to concentrate a bit more, focusing on real life and not as much on streaming and gaming.
Definitely when you're ringing up for work calling in sick.
Because you've been up all night gaming, or because you still want to continue?
No, because you still want to go on.
That's definitely a very good point. When you're giving up your day job for gaming.
Yeah, it's bad then. So I think I've managed to balance mine out quite well. As some of you do know, I have been quite unwell lately, so I've sort of backed off from streaming a little bit. But yeah, it's been manageable. King's been really supportive of it. It was something I just jumped into, without a second thought. Obviously, poking and prodding from greedy to others. But yeah, it's not been too bad. Like I've got to still spend time with the kids, do their schooling. Get all my day-to-day stuff done, and then in the evenings, that's when I'll start streaming, and, that way the kids are settled, everything's over and done with, and, yeah, I can just go about what I need to do.
Yeah, so you've got it all formulated and planned and making sure you're touching base with all the different aspects. And I suppose being the homeschool side of it too, it's a little bit more difficult because it's not 6 hours where you can ship them off to school and, do your housework and do a little gaming and then go and grab them.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with my daughter, the way she is. She's forever, oh, is it the weekend? Oh, I want to do schooling. Like, every single day she wants to do schoolwork, and it's like, it's the weekend. Have a break. Let your brain reset, and I mean, especially over Christmas time, like Christmas Day, she was asking, can I do schoolwork? And I was like, no. And she sort of lost it a little bit and, got upset. And I'm like, it's Christmas Day. You don't have to do schoolwork.
Warden and LadyPOnce, what about you guys with, managing enough time to, I know, Warden, you touched base on it earlier, but streaming, getting some time together, gaming, and of course outside of the gaming realm, the work era. How do you guys manage the time, and do you find that you don't spend enough time sometimes and have to pull up one or the other?
Oh, we only get to see each other once a month, which is hard as it is. So the 4 days that we do get to see each other, we literally focus on each other and nothing else. And when we're not together, I do consciously try to play with it as much as I can, but there's obviously, she knows that's my time off to relax and chill out, than play 12 hours a day, daily.
Yeah, I suppose.
I try to get the time in as best I can, but there's also some days where she has asked to play, and I've literally, all I want to do is lay in my bed and just sit and do fuck all.
Yeah,
and then I feel bad because I haven't picked the controller up to get on with it because she wants to play. I'm just genuinely not in the mood to do anything right now.
He's
just lay there,
completely drained to do nothing. But it also must be, you know, it being a direct avenue for being able to spend time with the missus and you know, get a bit of interaction time and chat and stuff. It must be that also that hard balance to A, you're stuffed, but B, I definitely want to get on and spend some time with you. But you know, getting on the game and loading it up and then trying to keep that entertainment rather than just sit around and talk. You could do that over FaceTime. So it is definitely one of those things.
There's
that,
times where,
go.
Times when I've like literally loaded up a game and just shut it straight down. Like, let it do the loading screen and everything and just shut it straight down because I'm just like, I'm really not in the mood for this. And then change games and done the exact same thing and I'm just like, power button, turn everything off, just lay in the dark.
Yep.
Yeah, but like Greedy said though, you can you know, communicate through different ways though to get that closeness, you know, like not necessarily have to be in a game.
No. But also trying to get that interaction. Sometimes you need something to do while you get that interaction.
I'm getting a comment in my ear that she gets faster texts off my mum than she does me.
Yeah, that's standard. That's standard.
Being creative and stuff like that, you get distracted by social media, like TikToks and videos and Instagram, and like, oh, this person's doing this.
He's full on fell down a TikTok rabbit hole, and I'm like waiting there for an answer. And I think I texted his mum about something, and she got back to me within seconds, and I was like, I'm still waiting for Nate to text back what's going on.
His mum's sorting him out.
Yeah.
I think that might be a male thing
Text
too.
me back quicker.
Yeah, it's a male thing too.
Oh yeah, it is. To be fair, we're both as bad as each other because I do it myself, and we just get so distracted, and then send each other stupid shit. Oh, look at this one I've just seen.
So that's the other side of it. It's not like we're just watching stuff and we're not sharing it. Like, we'll still be sending memes and videos and stuff to each other. So there's still that communication, whether we've replied to each other's message or not. There's still something being sent backwards and forwards.
Yeah, it's it. The constant communications, and I mean, you need that. That's just part of. I think that's just part of it. It's definitely a different world for me. I met my wife offline, and I don't think I could get back into the dating game that way. It would be super weird for me.
Back in that day, they were still using chisel and stone, weren't you? Back in that
smoke signals, actually. Smoke signals. You know, I traded the opposite chief's 7 pigs and 2 cows for her, so it's worked out well so far. I think I'm in profit. I'm also probably a dead man, but that's a whole different question.
Who's got the almighty buzz right now?
That would be me. I just had to plug my controller in. So that's my bad.
Okay.
That's it. Love is Blind, Smoke Signal Edition. That's exactly right.
Caveman.
It uses dead batteries with a slingshot. Yep, that's the deadliness of the wife. 100% King Alibar. 100%. That's why we keep her around. We're going to kick off with our... That's it. We're going to kick off with our final question. We always roll down with freshies. But the question is, have you ever ganged up onto a freshie as a pair? Have you seen a freshie come down the road and decided between the two of you, right, we're going to get him, we're going to not, we're going to interact?
Yeah,
I've told her plenty of times, let's get them. But she's always, no, they're a freshie, leave them alone, they're a freshie.
So, hang on, wait. In my defence, once we did, that was me, Smiley, Sabbath, and a few others. That was when I done that big 8-hour stream.
Yep.
We kind of squished a freshie into the corner and interrogated him and made him strip down and tied him up and yeah. So yes, I am guilty.
Oh yeah, that was a good day.
That was a good day.
That was a fun day. That's when you guys got banned from that PvE server.
Yes. I got banned because King
time.
fucked up.
We gotta do that again.
I didn't fuck up.
You guys cause the dramas and other people's servers getting banned. I don't know, Rebel calls.
No.
All my guests have gone because we've thrown up the last question.
We were role-playing. Role-playing should be allowed on PvE server.
I was getting rid of,
Alright, well, I think that's the, sign of the outro. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Peasant Podcast done and dusted for the evening.